For decades, I struggled with imposter syndrome, second guessing myself and feeling like I wasn't truly good enough despite all of my accomplishments. On the outside, I looked confident, but behind closed doors, I constantly questioned whether I was capable, deserving, or just lucky. Honestly, I thought that imposter syndrome and perfectionism were a life sentence for me. I knew deep down that I was meant for more, but I didn't know where to start or how to get help to overcome my internal obstacles. Everything changed for me when I learned about the science of confidence and how to leverage that knowledge to extinguish imposter syndrome and build lasting, life changing self confidence. What made my struggles with confidence even more confusing was that I did feel confident in some areas of my life. I knew intellectually that I was competent at my job. I could speak up when I really needed to, and I did have moments of true self assurance. But deep down, when it came to bigger opportunities and stepping outside of my comfort zone or worrying about what others thought of me, self doubt always crept back in. Then I got a wake up call that I couldn't ignore. An opportunity for a promotion opened up at my old job, the job that I eventually left to run my coaching business full time. I really wanted that promotion. Several of my coworkers told me that I'd be great at it. My boss even encouraged me to apply for it. Objectively, I had the skills, the knowledge, and the experience to succeed. But then came the doubts. Almost against my will, I started focusing only on my flaws and on all the ways that I could fail if I got this promotion. I couldn't stop thinking about how I would feel if I applied and I didn't get the job. I'd be mortified. I'd feel like I couldn't show my face at work anymore. So instead of applying, I let fear make the decision for me. I convinced myself that maybe I didn't actually want the job after all. It was easier to stay where I was than to risk rejection by applying for the promotion. And as you can probably guess, I didn't end up applying for the job. And obviously, I didn't get it. I had let fear talk me out of the opportunity that I wanted. This pattern had shown up in my life time and time again, whether it was changing my focus in grad school, doing a complete 180 because I was afraid to fail at my initial focus, or putting off important work because my desire to produce perfect results was overwhelming, or talking myself out of personal and professional opportunities that excited me. I was constantly getting in my own way. The promotion opportunity, that was just one of many times where self doubt held me back. It was also the one that made me realize that something had to change. I could not live this way anymore. I used to think that confidence was something you were either good at or not. I thought people who were confident just felt that way naturally. Thankfully, I was way wrong about that. Through neuroscience based coaching, I learned that self confidence isn't an inherent trait that you're either born with or not. It's actually a skill that you can build. And the reason I struggled wasn't because I lacked ability, but because my brain was wired to prioritize safety and certainty over growth. Here's what I discovered: your brain reinforces what you repeatedly think. The more I told myself, I'm not ready or I'll probably fail, the more my brain accepted those thoughts as true. Fear of failure is just your brain trying to protect you. My self doubt wasn't a personal flaw, it was just my brain's way of trying to avoid the possibility of emotional pain. Emotional pain, by the way, that I was perfectly capable of navigating through successfully. You don't need to feel ready to take action. Confidence comes from action, not from waiting to feel 100% prepared. And self confidence comes from trusting yourself to take care of yourself no matter what happens. Once I understood how self confidence actually works, I started applying the same neuroscience based techniques that I now use with my coaching clients and in my on demand workshops. Here are the three biggest shifts that help me transform my mindset away from self doubt and fear of failure to a mindset of growth and self confidence. Number one, recognizing thought patterns and questioning my beliefs. I became aware of my self talk and the self doubt narratives that had been running on autopilot in my mind for decades. Instead of just accepting my negative thoughts as truth, I started questioning them. Would this belief about myself, this self-doubting belief, would that hold up in court? If I did fail, how could I choose to respond to ensure that I would be okay in the end? And what would I tell a friend who is thinking this same kind of thing about themselves? Every time I caught myself thinking, I'm not ready or I'm not good enough, I chose to replace it with more supportive thoughts like, I am learning and growing every day, and I'm going to give this a shot and figure it out. And no matter what happens, win or lose, I will learn. Number two, building self confidence by taking small, calculated risks. I realized I had been waiting to feel ready before taking action. But self confidence isn't something that you wait for. It's something you build by taking small, intentional risks and managing your mindset along the way. So I started practicing things like speaking up in meetings instead of overthinking what I wanted to say, trying new things that got me out of my comfort zone, doing things that made me a little bit uncomfortable on purpose just to prove to myself that I could handle them. With each small win, my brain started associating action with success instead of action with fear. Number three, using neuroscience based tools and exercises to create an anchor in confidence in my mindset. This was the game changer. I used neuroscience based self coaching tools to do daily mental exercises to rewire my thought patterns away from self doubt and toward self confidence. As an example, my 5 minute confidence anchor includes exercises that are similar to the ones that I used myself to build my own self confidence. These simple neuroscience based techniques helped me shift my mindset in real time and reinforce self confidence as a habit that I built on a day to day basis. These are the same tools that I now teach in my on demand workshops and that I use with my one on one coaching clients. Today, I no longer feel trapped by imposter syndrome. I trust myself. I take action without waiting to feel ready. I don't let fear of failure dictate my decisions. And the best part, I know that confidence isn't magic, it's science. If you feel stuck in self doubt the way I once did, know this: it is not your fault. You are absolutely capable of shifting your mindset. You just need the right tools. If you are ready to break free from self doubt, my on demand workshops walk you through the exact steps that I use to rewire my mindset and build lasting self confidence. You don't have to figure this out alone. The tools are here for you. Get instant access to my confidence building workshops at the link in the bottom of this video. Or if you'd like personalized support to accelerate your growth, my one on one coaching is designed to help you rewire limiting beliefs and build unshakable self confidence in as little as 6 weeks. Book an enrollment call with me today, and let's get started on shifting your brain away from self doubt and fear based thinking and into self confidence. I'm Amy Shield, life and confidence coach for high achieving women. Thank you so much for checking out my video today. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye bye.